Hey, Soul Fam, Amelia Adair here. Hope you guys are feeling good and doing good. I'm feeling good. I'm doing good. Don't worry. I'm hands free. I got the phone in a good position, so I'm riding safe. I'm in a little bit of traffic. To be honest, I'm about to approach it now. But I wanted to pop in and just talk to you guys because I've been on the run and I haven't really had time to sit down and do what I do. But I love to talk in my car. I feel like first of all, I like to think of my car. I feel like when I get in the car, like my brain just be cutting on. So I was like, yeah, let me do. I don't ever did a car road trip chronicles. So I was like, let me do that today. But let me tell y'all about this topic that I want to talk about because it came on my heart a little heavy, and I was like, I was just like, hold on, let me turn up the air because it's a little warm. It's 80 degrees. It don't look like 80 degrees, but it feels like it. So take responsibility. Oftentimes in like relationships, friendships, it's like no one wants to take the responsibility when things go wrong. You know, like if something goes a little left, often we want to be like, oh, it's this, oh, it's that. No, baby, it's you, you know. And I'm referring to getting into situations, you know, say you're getting into some mess, you know, or you maybe even get into an argument, or maybe you have a disagreement, or maybe there's just some, you know, some negativity in the air with the relationship, you know, like you guys aren't like it used to be. And both parties have to start taking responsibility for your action. I know, speaking more about, you know, yourself, not really worrying about what other people do. You only could worry about you. And so, you know, you want to start taking responsibility, telling yourself like, I made that decision. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, everybody was doing what they was doing, but I followed. So when you start following the crowd and following what your friends may be into, or just following instead of just doing what you normally would do, you know, you have to say, you gotta take accountability for that. Like, I made this choice. I know how I get when, you know, maybe if you're drinking, or maybe if you're smoking, maybe if you're on vacation, or maybe, you know what I'm saying, you know how you are. So when someone comes that kind of pull things out of you, okay, you gotta start taking responsibility for that. You can't say that this person made me do something. You get what I'm saying? Like, this person may have presented an opportunity for you, but you chose to indulge. Okay? So a lot of times people will be like, well, things happen. No. Things don't just happen. I mean, things do happen, but all the time, don't forget that you made that choice. You made that bet. You get what I'm saying? You know you trying to focus. You know you trying to get in the gym. You know you trying to, you know, not gossip. You know you trying to be more of an example. So when you know all those things that you told yourself you was going to be doing, oh yeah, it's a little, I don't feel this air coming through. Okay, you know what? It's on 84. Well, duh. That's why I ain't coming through. But you you know what you told yourself that you was gonna be doing. So when you get tested, okay, when the opportunity presents itself, when you get tested, you have to be strong in those moments. The real truth comes down to when it's right. You know what I'm saying? It's right there in front of you. A lot of people, you know, smoke and want to take breaks. Okay, so the test comes when all your friends are smoking. And you sitting there, you like, all right, am I gonna indulge? You get what I'm saying? Am I gonna choose to indulge in this, or am I gonna be strong? So oftentimes it's hard for people to grow, and it's hard for people to grow, and it's hard for people to stick to their word, because as soon as you make a decision with yourself, like, I'm about to do this, I'm about to do that, you're gonna get tested. And as you either gonna pass the test or you're gonna fail the test. You know what I'm saying? You either gonna fight it and sit there awkwardly, or you're gonna just make excuses for it. Like, I'm gonna stop after this, or just once. You start, now you like, just, now it's like you trying to butter it up a little bit. Like you trying to stop. It's like you got 1 foot in and 1 foot out. That's a dangerous game. You know why? Because you're going to be in this cycle over and over and over, and you have to owe it to yourself to be able to keep your own word. Definitely if you're looking for relationships with people, friends, family ship, you gotta start keeping your word with yourself as much as you want to keep your word in those relationships. And so it's gonna be sad when you finally choose, like, all right, I'm ready to hang this up. This is fun, but it's holding me back. It's making me tired. Sound crazy out here. It's making me tired. It's slowing me down. It's confusing me. When you start getting all those feelings of confusion, stress, insecurities, something around you needs to change. And I realized that a while ago, but I realized that when you're not operating the way when you don't have your full energy, when you don't have your full control, and someone's like kind of controlling you or manipulating you a little bit, that's when all right, let me slow down. Let me take a step back. Let me look at what I'm doing, because things can't happen, unless I'm agreeing to it, and I'm not talking about anything forceful, obviously. Somebody forcing, what I'm saying? Somebody got a gun to your head, that's different. That's somebody else really forcing you. But if no one got a gun to your head and you agreeing, you in agreement, so don't wake up the next morning and be like, oh, this person, trying to put the blame on that person, because that person is just who they are, and it's a part of who you are, because you hanging with them, you laughing with them, you sitting with them, you with them, you talking to them, you texting them. So hello, that person is not literally doing anything to you. And sometimes we be like, oh, things always happen to me. Why do I attract this, or why do I this or that? Law of attraction is true, okay? I think it is true. But no one knows the real entities of why we cross paths with certain people. So crossing paths with somebody, and then y'all get into situations, it doesn't mean that, like, I feel like sometimes we think too deep about that, and we put so much stress on people, and we put so much blame on people just to avoid taking the responsibility for ourselves, not understanding that, baby, nobody is perfect. So you're not gonna find a friend or a relationship that's gonna be smooth sailing all the way through. You can't sit around nitpicking. Some of us are, I think we all have a sense of narcissistic abilities, but some of us are so deep into it that we sit around and try to change everything to fit our perfect needs. And if we can't change that person to fit our perfect needs, then we put a label on them like they're this and they're that. And they are who they are. When we try to build relationships with people, we're trying to figure out, you're trying to see what is it. You're gonna have your red flags. You get what I'm saying? Like, this is what I just won't accept. Okay? But as long as no one's doing the things that you just won't accept, like, for instance, if I like to work out, I'm not gonna wanna always hang out with somebody that eats sweets and junk and garbage and McDonald's. You get what I'm saying? We're not gonna fold on the same sleeve. You get what I'm saying? Because every time I sit around and tell you I don't want to eat McDonald's, you gonna be mad because, you know what I'm saying? We just got two different flavors. You get what I'm saying? But okay, say you meet somebody that, okay, y'all got a lot of things in common. And the relationship could really grow and be good if we don't try to find perfect matches, like red, blue. Okay, I like blue. You gotta like blue. I'm being a little particular there, but you know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes we be nitpicking, trying to create this perfect picture, trying to create this perfect friend, trying to create this perfect man, trying to create this perfect family. And let's talk about family real quick. Let's talk about it real quick, because I've been hearing some things, and I mean, I'm always hearing some things, but you're gonna be hesitant, right? I'm hesitant because I'm like, do I even want to go left with this? Yeah, we're gonna talk about it real quick. So this is more for black families, because what a lot of people that are not black don't understand is that, one, you don't walk around with black skin. Like, no matter how much people try to say they understand and they read and they this, you guys don't feel the emotions that most black people go through. It's traumatizing. It's like I don't know if you ever had a heartbreak, a breakup or something like that, but it's like getting a breakup from people you don't even know. Like, it hit hard because you were just treated so disgustingly. And it's not only because because her skin is darker. It's deeper than that, and that's what a lot of people don't understand. Is like, black people have a lot of hate because there's a lot of jealousy. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about it. Black people could lay out in the sun all day, where some people can't even take it for a few minutes. That alone can irritate many people. The sun is hot. If you ever just hot and irritated, you ever just hot, mad as hot, you like, I need some AC, I need some this, I need some that. You ever just hot, you get what I'm saying? So imagine going out in the world and it's just hot. And you can't really walk down the street. You don't have that freedom. So although black people are trapped, not trapped, but been dealt a shorter stick, okay, we have a lot more freedom. And we've been lied to, so it seems like we don't have freedom. We can't do this, we can't do that, because of money and because of this, or because of mental issues and whatever. We have the freedom to live wherever we want to live, and it's deeper than that too. I'm not gonna go into so many reasons why people just hate black people, but we also, for people that don't know, black people have an Eve gene. So with that, we are able to create any type of skin tone. You know what I'm saying? I have the power to create a lighter skinned child, even though I'm dark. A light skinned person, a white person, cannot do that. They can't birth a black person. You get what I'm saying? You're not gonna see a random brown skinned human in their family line unless they, you know what I'm saying, been with a black person. But whereas black people, you'll notice that we'll come out lighter skins, darker skins, different eyes, different hair, and it's just the luxury of being able to create, being very creative, being very talented. So there's more to it than, oh, my skin is just dark. No, it's about the culture. It's about the way we dance to music. You know what I'm saying? Like it's the way we put clothes together. Like it's, to me, I think it's petty because I don't get jealous of others. You get what I'm saying? Like if I can't do what you could do, cool. You know what I'm saying? It wasn't meant for me to do. That's how I look at it. But I have a biased look at it because clearly, guys, I'm black, and so I forgot exactly where I was going with this because I got caught up, and I said I was going to get caught up. But understand, that's what I was going to say. Black people, if you don't know what it's like to walk in the shoes of a black person, try not to be so judgmental. You know, I feel like I don't even like having discussions a lot of times about, like, to non-black people because I'm always going to defend because I understand. You know what I'm saying? I lived in black areas. I've lived in white areas. I've lived in Hispanic areas. I've talked to so many different people and Asians. You know what I'm saying? Every race you could think of has this narrative that black people are just disgusting, you know? And they really turn their nose up, and they're comfortable to tell me this stuff too. They'll be like, oh, because black people, they just want to have babies and stay on the system, and they get passed down for generations. The way they dance, the way it is, like the amount of hatred that is disgust when a black person leaves a room. It's like I be speechless. I be really speechless. I be upset because, one, I know that we can be doing better as a black community, you know, with the short end of the stick, with the police killings, with everything that's happening. I know that we could be doing better, but it's like collectively we got to start taking responsibility. We have to start really doing the work. Like, baby, you've been hurt. You know what I'm saying? You've been handed the shorter end. You know, like, you don't come from a family of riches. You've been lied to about this. You've been lied to about that. Start educating yourself. Stop giving in to the urges. You know, find some balance. Find some balance. I know some of us have been smoking and drinking our whole life, that we feel incapable without those two things around. We feel like we're being creative. We feel like it's a natural drug and things like that. But too much of anything is not good for you. So even if you eat too much spinach, it ain't good for you. Okay? So try to find a balance to help get your life really moving in a direction it could be moving in. And I'm not really speaking on the ones who's made it out. You know what I'm saying? I'm speaking to the ones that feel like there's no hope. That's a lie, you know? You have to learn finances. You have to learn relationships. You have to learn how to tell when somebody just lying in your face. You know, you got to get connected. Some of us don't even believe God is real. I can't talk to y'all. I don't even know what to tell you. But I do think that even if you don't think God is real, He still uses you. So, hey, you might want to think about some facts. Black people, let's not be so judgmental and hateful towards each other, because there's a whole world of people that's already hating us. Why add to the fire? You know what I'm saying? Even, you know, we even have a handful of black men that just hate black women. They don't say it, but they show it. You know what I'm saying? Like, the hate that you have in your heart toward any other person is unhealthy, and it stunts your growth. Maybe it don't stunt your pockets, so you think you're good. Like, some people will think, well, I got money, so I'm blessed. Okay. If that's what you think, problem right there. You think you good and blessed, and God is putting that blessing on you. Sorry, I told y'all I'm in traffic. I wasn't lying. People trying to cut in front, I'm just letting them go because I'm chatting. But if you sit around and think you good because you got money and you got it all figured out because you got money, growing up struggling was the best thing that could have ever happened to me, because I don't put my happiness and my joy in a little piece of paper that somebody printed and said, this will bring you happiness. You know what I'm saying? Like, if you look at most of the black people, like the ones that, we ain't rich, you know what I'm saying? But we good. We could have a cookout. We could go on a little trip, you know what I'm saying? We could eat a good, decent cooked meal, you know? If you look at them people and you see them interacting with each other with a drink or with a smoke, they be happy as ever. Yeah, things go wrong, but they still get up, they still sing, they still dance, they still enjoy life, even with everybody else hating against them. And when you really take a deep look at it, you'll see, like, we don't even hate y'all for hating us. You know, we still try to make it work and work with y'all. We still go to y'all schools. We still find a way, a little way, you know what I'm saying? But I want us to go a little more. You know what I'm saying? Let's do a little more. Because if you would do this much, imagine how much more you could do. And we will go so far in this world. Everyone collectively, black, white, ratata, ratata. We will go so much further in this world if we stop trying to be who we were not meant to be. When you stop trying to be who you're not meant to be, jealousy don't exist. Comparison, competing don't exist. Because it's like we on two different paths. I'm happy that you doing good. You know what I'm saying? So fam, I know this is a little deeper than I was anticipating, but it's well overdue. One, and the next time you see a random black person, women especially, don't put your nose up at her. Don't grill her and start trying to break her down, because society already been breaking her down. Be the one that smiles and lift her up. When I go out and I'm traveling and I'm moving around and I see other black women looking good, I listen, I'm not trying to get with them. You know what I'm saying? Don't get confused. But I just admire strong black. Like when you securing yourself, you can admire more. Like, wow, look at her. Oh, she look good. Yes, it's together. Like I be over here like, yes. I be happy to see them looking good. I love to see some good looking black people. Like, yes, represent. Look good. Yes, combed hair. Yes, no bonnet. Yes, you know what I'm saying? I be like, yes. I don't even care what your mindset is. I would just hope it's the best, you know? And sometimes that's what gets in the way of a lot of things, because, yeah, we'll be looking good outward, but inside, it don't be reciprocated. Inside, it be like, look at this black girl. She got a business. She cute. She's skinny. She gotta have her body done. Her body's cute. You know what I'm saying? Like, just all that negative vibes. Like, there's so much other things to be thinking and talking about than for you to be sitting around focused on little petty stuff, childish stuff. Like, that stuff, like grade school stuff. Like, who got the cutest shoes on? Like, we gotta grow out of that phase of trying to impress people with items. You know what I'm saying? Impress me with your conversation. Like, hey, impress me with your intellect. Impress me, baby. Come on. Let's talk about something. One day, and I got this on video, one day we'll come together more. We'll love each other more. We'll hate less. We'll smile when we see each other in the street. I'll be having to, like, be less smiley, because, like, people be like, not smiling at her. Yo, I be feeling bad good when I be smiling. Hey, chilling, thinking about some positive vibes, macking. So, where my tongue is itching. That's all I never had a tongue itch. But anyway, what that mean? Rub it on wood, it's coming good. Nah. But so fam, we're all here to help each other grow and enjoy life. We are here to learn from our mistakes and get rid of hate, right? We are here to create great memories, you know? Like, wow, I remember I ran into such and such. She had such a great energy. We had such a great conversation. You know, something you can share with someone else and help each other up. You know what I'm saying? Let's go, let's move, let's go. Like, hey, you go to the gym? Oh, I go to the gym too. Yes, keep going. The gym make you feel good. The hardest part is getting there. Okay? Even if you just on a treadmill. Hey, let's just be on the treadmill. Like I feel like soon as somebody go a little something, it be always somebody trying to knock them down. Oh, well, she only does the treadmill. Okay, let's just do. That's what she know how to do. Let her do the treadmill. Why are you worried? You know, we be so worried about the wrong things, and I think it's one of the reasons why we stay stuck in the cycle because we just not focused. We just falling into the world of lust and things that don't mean anything. It's just things. It's a bag. It's just a thing. Like shoes. It's just a thing. You know, do something with a little bit more value. You know, put your mind on valuable things, real valuable things. Okay, you'll know it's valuable. A way to know something is valuable, really valuable. Not by Googling it, but you'll know it's of high value when it's one, hard to get. That's one. It's hard to get. Man. Whew. And in 10 years, it'll still be worth more. It'll probably be worth more. You know. That makes me think, is a car valuable? A car, I wouldn't say it's valuable, but it's a necessity. So, I hope that answers the question. I had to think about that. I'm like, well, what about a car? Because it is hard to get a car. But, I mean, in 10 years, think about it. Some people buy their car already 8 years old and keep it for about 2-4 years. So, okay, a car is valuable. Don't buy a little ding car that's going to be breaking down, because then you want to be stressed out when your car not working. Alright, there go buy yours. Guys, Soul Fam, take responsibility. I'm about to jam for the rest of my ride and focus on me. Take responsibility for your actions in these relationships. Be less judgmental, you know. And don't take everything so personally all the time. I feel like we very emotional. Very emotional. And you have to have control of your emotions. Right, Soul Fam? Thanks for riding with me. I'm about to go hang out with my fam. We about to go chill and enjoy each other's company. And I enjoy that. I feel like that adds to me, you know, and I feel like it adds to them, you know, like they want to see me. I can't just be working all the time. You gotta balance. Okay. Alright, Soul Fam. I'm out. I'll see you guys soon. Bye for now.